Dr. Eric Snow here at Snow Holistic Health. We have a really awesome testimony. We've been waiting to be able to share this one with you for a while. This is Ms. Beverly. She came to our office, gosh, how long has it been? It's been
years.
Probably like 8 years,
Yes.
7 years. And I'm going to let her take over with the story because it's a very unique story. But she's been on a journey and she's doing so much better now. Ms. Beverly, I'll let you share your story.
Thank you. Thank you. When I found Dr. Snow, he was definitely an answer to prayer. Our first meeting, he said, "Miss Beverly, I think I can help you." And that was such, just such hope for me because I was so physically drained at that time. I had gone through some medical procedures and had lost the vast majority of my small bowel, and I was unable to absorb nutrients, so I had chronic anemia, and I was living in the hospital having infusions of Vinifer to take care of the lack of iron and the lack of B12, and it was somewhat like a puzzle. And it took us a while to figure everything out because we didn't know the depth or the extent to the damage that had been done to my system. However, with my very first visit, when I started taking the nutritional supplements, my body was able to absorb them. And I was on a monthly basis having lab work done because I had to have the iron infusions. And the first month, 3 weeks after I had begun the supplements, suddenly everything that we were measuring just spiked. And it was suddenly above normal when I had been told that probably I would have to live with hemoglobin around 10. And suddenly my iron saturation was up, my ferritin was up, all of those things that give you the ability to take another step or another breath. All of those things were miraculously better. Now, they were up very high, and they gradually went down to a range that was just a little below normal. But I had been living in a valley for several years when I found him. It made it possible for me to have much less medication, much fewer iron infusions. Instead of having 5 every month, it was like 18 months, and I had only had about 10. In the total 18 months, when I had the 18 months prior, I had 60-something. So dramatic. That's the only word I have for it is dramatic. The supplements are, I'm not sure how they do it, but somehow it nourishes my body and my energy is increased. I now have a hemoglobin, sometimes gets up to 14, and life is so much better. There was a time when I was a teacher and I had my little teacher bag that I carried. I was so weak that I literally couldn't carry it unless I put it on my shoulder. And going up the stairs, I would take a step and have to stop to catch my breath. So I was pretty much a mess when he found me, and I'm so much better now. I'm so much better.
That's awesome, Ms. Beverly. We're always surprised just the different cases that come into the office to see what we can do, taking a functional health approach, getting people's nutrition corrected, getting them on the right foods, and just a case like this where she was desperate. It was very scary to hear her story, just to hear what she had been through, just the amount of life and function she didn't have anymore. And she came in, she trusted us, and then we got her on the program, and she looks great. She's retired now, but she has energy to spend time with her grandkids and just do the things that she loves. So good job, Ms. Beverly.
And one more thing, I have moved out of town, but I make it a point to come here every 3 months for my appointments. I will not miss them, and I will not give up Dr. Snow. Just won't do it.
Thank you.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, we're so thankful you've trusted us with your health. If you have something you're concerned with, a health problem, we would love to see what we could do to help you here at Snow Holistic Health.